What's up, guys? It's been a minute since the last video I posted. Not too long after, there were some hurricanes. Life happens. Work got busy, got hectic. Haven't really been able to make any videos. Kind of been working on the truck when I can here and there. I've gotten a lot of work done since then. Let me just show you. The motor and trans are officially out of the truck. I went through, tried to pressure wash. It's pretty clean. Like, there's some clay deposits on it. I guess it was a truck from up in Georgia, so there's a bunch of clay. Slightest bit of surface rust. It's nothing that can't be scuffed down and resprayed. The only real rust was right here near the battery tray. I think it was the battery acid of an old battery in it that just came out, exploded, whatever. Started rotting this portion away. I'm gonna take the battery tray off, cut the fender liner that's right there, and then mount a new battery tray, like an aluminum battery tray. I'm gonna make some brackets to come up from here, go out this way, and then hold a battery. It'll look pretty, get rid of the rust. And that rust obviously went through to the radiator support. I have a brand new radiator support, so I'm not worried about that. That one got all mashed, taken off. Plus, where the radiator support went on the front, it was spot welded to the fender liners in the front. I'm not going to do that. And then it slides in right there and right there. So I'm going to use those two bolts. And then on the top where it was spot welded, I'm going to put some nut certs and bolt them back in. That way the whole radiator support is a full bolt-on system. If I ever need to take it off, put it back on, whatever the case may be. I could put in a before and after photo of what it looked like before I pressure washed it. It looked horrible. It was all caked up and dirty. Same with the transmission. The transmission, you could actually see the silver now. Before it was all caked on, just like the motor. It's because I ended up finding there was indeed a hole in the block right there. Little spot of silver that you see is something from inside the motor poking out that shouldn't be there. But it was all caked on. I ended up pressure washing the transmission. That way it's a little cleaner for me to take off and work around. Once I get the transmission off, I'm gonna end up bolting it with the new clutch and all the new parts onto the new motor. Start swapping the accessories and then figure out what I want to do with the engine bay. Whether I want to scuff it up, respray it, or just try to get it looking cleaner before I put the motor back in. And yeah, we'll go from there and see what's up with the motor. So I've gotten all of the bolts out of the belt housing that mounts the transmission to the motor. I'm pretty sure, I know it's in neutral. I'm pretty sure all I have to do is get a pry bar or something and start trying to pull it off. The sketchy thing is how the motor and trans is sitting on the little pallet I made. If you see, it's balancing on the oil pan. Not the smartest or best choice, but it worked. So it's a little wobbly, rocks back and forth, so I can't really pull on the transmission or pry on it because the motor starts moving with it. And I know once I pull the motor off, or the trans off the motor could flip forward or to the side, or yeah, that wouldn't really be good. I'm gonna find something to try to put up under the motor, like some wood blocks or something, to try to hold it up right there. And then I could get the pry bar and try to pry it out some. I know with the splines in there, I can't really rock it left or right. I kind of got to pull it straight back. So I'm just gonna take the pry bar, go around the belt housing from this side all the way over to the right side, just little by little. And let's see what I can come up with. Finally got the transmission off. Motor is out there. All I got to do is take the rest of the accessories off: the carb, the intake, the fan, little pulleys or anything else on the motor that I need, I'm going to take that off. I'm also going to take the flywheel off. This one does have a flywheel on it, but to swap from the 2.3 liter to the 2.6 liter, they say to use the clutch and everything from a 2.3. So I'm going to take that flywheel, put it on there. I have a brand new clutch, and then I could throw this on. I have brand new throwout bearing. Definitely got to clean that first, so I'm going to scrub it off and everything. But yeah, got it off. One step closer to getting this new motor in. Also, update. While I'm working on the truck, I'm also working on the E36. At one point, it had a mean power steering leak. Came from the wreck, so I ended up upgrading. I put the Z3 rack in it. Gives it like better turns, whatever. It feels a little better. But then I ended up getting a new exhaust system done. The old exhaust, the previous owner had cut it at the muffler, cut the hangers, so it started dragging. So I went from the basically the cats all the way back, did a custom exhaust on it, and then drove it a few times, parked it, and realized there was a mean oil leak. Typical BMW, but I was like, let me find out where it's from. The oil filter housing, I started the BMW up, let it run, and then I saw it started pouring out oil from the oil filter housing. So I ordered new oil filter housing gasket. I was like, I need to get that, fix the oil leak. New drain plug and the crush washer. Might as well do it while I'm doing the oil change. They sent me the wrong oil filter, and I think what the problem is, this is a M44. My car is a 1996, late 96, which means it's halfway between when they were using the M42s and the M44s. It was that in-between year when they started switching. So this is an M44, but it has an M42 oil filter housing, which makes the filter, the M44 filters are skinnier and longer, and the M42 oil filters are wider and shorter. So they sent me the wrong one, so I'm gonna have to reach out to FCP Euro, get a new one, and then I'll be able to switch that. My valve cover gasket is slightly leaking on the side. It's not puddling or anything like that, but it does cause a little smoke. So I'm gonna get a new valve cover gasket and then the inline fuel filter. I'm gonna replace that too while we're at it. And then I should be able to start running and driving this again. Got a bunch of plans for it. The motor has 270,000 miles. So I'm gonna run it until the motor blows or whatever, and then I'm gonna end up K-swapping it, or I don't know, find something fun to throw in it. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I was able to get a lot done. I pulled the transmission off of the old motor, getting ready to throw onto the new motor. Next video is gonna be a lot more exciting. I'll be showing you me putting the clutch onto the new motor, putting the transmission on, swapping over all the accessories, and hopefully getting it mounted back up into the truck. Plus, I'll be able to show you what I plan on doing with the engine bay, making it look better, maybe painting it. But next video will definitely be a lot more exciting, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.